Hello. So let's talk about how there are currently hundreds of methods to treat cancer, but the mass media only mention one method. There are hundreds of treatments that are 99% effective, but only one with less than 1% effectiveness is widely used currently. And even the effective treatments are dismissed as quack a lot of times. So that one method is surgery, goes to radiation, goes to chemotherapy, and then burial. Actually, there is a wealth of information about how to gain health. When someone goes to the doctor and is told that they will be sick for life and will have to take medication forever, I consider that to be irresponsible advice. I understand that doctors are busy, but if they could tell patients that there are methods of dietary change that can completely cure gout, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, making the diseases retreat and dissipate. And patients should research Dr. Hiromi Senior because the doctor has no time to talk to them about all of this. This advice could save many patients, including those who care about nutrition and disease prevention, and especially cancer. Cancer patients have great faith in doctor. They almost entrust their lives to doctors. Doctors' words are very important, like it's like a truth to them when they have cancer. If a doctor gives the right advice, the patient could be cured. But if the doctor gives wrong advice, first, um, in nutritional science, one can tell the health of the gut by looking at the condition of the skin. Many people wonder why talking about the intestine when they have cirrhosis, uterine cancer, or breast cancer. Hearing the gut would discourage a lot of people to talk about it, but in reality, all diseases originate from the gut. Cirrhosis, cancer, high cholesterol, even gout, dry skin, rough skin, psoriasis, psoriasis, all due to bad gut health. So all diseases begin with a bad gut. So let's talk about an interesting story. For instance, Song Mei Ling, who was the wife of Chiang Kai-shek, and Chiang Kai-shek was a hero to the Chinese people. He brought a democratic regime to Taiwan, which would have been extended to all of China, but uh, the Mao regime, which was dictatorial, defeated Chiang forces and forced him to leave to Taiwan and establish a democratic state. So, to summarize, Mrs. Sung had breast cancer at the age of 40 due to poor gut health, leading to her breast cancer. She was also about to undergo surgery on the advice of Western doctors. To be precise, breast cancer is entirely not accurate. Cancer impacts the entire body. Toxin accumulate in large amounts in the body and significantly in one breast, forming a tumor. And if one has a simplistic view like that, they won't fully understand the issue. Initially, toxin accumulate excessively in the intestine and then would sip through the intestinal walls, enter the bloodstream through the veins, and then what? Toxin pass through the liver, where they are partially filtered, but they also harm the liver, leading to liver deterioration. So, a bad gut leads to many subsequent issues, and cancer affects the whole body. Cancer cells are scattered all over the body. Yet, for example, the largest tumor is in the breast. The conclusion might be that the tumor originated from the breast, or rather contained only in the breast. In reality, the person has cancer all throughout their body. It just happened that the largest tumor is currently in the breast. Many people misinterpreted this. They say breast cancer, so they perform breast surgery to remove that tumor. After about a month, cancer is found in the liver, and then they say it has metastasized. They claim that original breast cancer spreads to the liver, which is misconstrued. Cancer is present in the liver, the breast, lungs from the beginning. So the method of removing cancer via surgery is flawed. Surgical removal of cancer is mistaken approach. Cancer is scattered everywhere. How can it be cut out? After the surgery, new tumor may form elsewhere and then they claim it has metastasized. There's no such thing as metastasis. We must understand cancer this way. And Song Mei Ling had a bad gut, hence her cancer. The largest tumor was detected in the breast. She did not go under surgery as advised by the Western doctor, but follow a method from a Japanese doctor. She was about to have the surgery when another doctor advised against it, deeming it useless. It would be useless for her to go on surgery. So how to make the gut healthy again, make it great again, right? There are many methods, and applying a comprehensive approach yields excellent results. Depending on the circumstances, even employing just one method have great effectiveness. So Song Mei Ling used several methods, but the critical one I want to mention first is cleansing the colon with warm water. So every day before bed, a doctor would inject warm water into her rectum, retaining it in the colon for about 10 minutes to soften the feces, and then she would expel the feces. Doing this repeatedly every day, cleansing the colon removes virtually all fecal matter, leaving very little, if any, remaining. A clean colon ensures a more relaxed, comfortable sleep. The feces in the colon are extremely highly toxic to the body. The toxins in the feces, if left in the intestine, the toxins seep through the intestinal walls into the bloodstream, distributing toxin throughout. Hence, it is crucial to eliminate these toxins as soon as possible. The poop stays in our body for 8 hours to a few days to even many years. it's kind of a horror story, right? Why many years? Those who find it easy to defecate, have a good gut, have a good balanced diet, will have the poop stay for about 8 hours before expelling those. Many people suffer from constipation, especially those with heavy constipation. Their skin look terribly bad. It is dry, extremely dry. Some people even suffer from psoriasis and eczema. So psoriasis is like having scaly skin. Like I used to have a lot of those when I drink soda and eat chips daily. You can ask those with bad wrinkle, old looking skin, or those with psoriasis or eczema if they have constipation. You can tell immediately by looking. Dark skin is not always due to genetics, but due to poor condition. Darkened skin. Looking at the skin can reveal the state of the intestine. So Dr. Shinya, a gastroenterologist, has examined many patients using endoscopy. The, the doctor can tell from looking frequently at patients. So here's the so here's a demonstration, a picture of the gut. So first poop from the small intestine pass through the one-way valve, goes up, sideways, down to the sigmoid colon, and then expel. And this whole process can take 8 hours. For some people, it takes a few days due to severe constipation, when the poop stays for several days. When poop is trapped for days, it is very dangerous. The process, what happened is the toxins in the poop can be reabsorbed into the blood. And at the same time, the poop becomes very dry and hard. It reaches the point where passing it is extremely difficult and painful for some patients. Pushing so hard, so you feel like you're going to pass out, it's very dangerous. So therefore, if anyone is constipated every night before going to bed, introduce water into the colon to make passing very easy. If you do it daily, after some time, the colon regains its health, becomes healthy again, it will return to normal functioning. Dr. Shinya even does this twice a day, just like how we brush our teeth regularly. And thanks to such cleaning techniques, Madame Chiang Kai-shek lived to be 105 years old, although she had breast cancer at 40. I mean, this is tremendous. Doing this method, like even just inserting warm water, is too incredible. Living to be 105 years old. Anyone with constipation should do it, and anyone with dry or bad skin should clean their colon. There are stools that have remained for years, also. And why is that? Because there's so much of it, and it's not thoroughly digested first before passing through the gut. Like, you have to chew well, and but most importantly, cooking it well. Eating slightly cold food, like it has not been digested properly, leads to poor digestion. And eating too much result in incomplete digestion, which is pushed out to the small intestine. Too much is pushed down to the large intestine. It a whole lot pass through these tubes. So when a whole lot is pushed in there, it starts to ferment. So lack of oxygen leads to accumulation of methane, CH4, and constipation adds to it. Eating a lot of meat causes constipation. Eating a lot of meat without eating vegetable or starch causes constipation. So that gas builds up excessively, increasing intestinal pressure, causing weak spot like around here in this corner to swell. So like this, creating polyps. So if you need to pass gas, do it. Don't hold it in. Eating thoroughly cooked food reduces gas due to less gas accumulation. So when gas builds up excessively, it inflates, causing fecal particles to lodge in the forming of diverticula. So that's these little bags. So doctors during endoscopy find many diverticula in some patient, and it's extremely horrifying. With diverticula, fecal matter gets lodged in, and in some cases for years it cannot come out. It begins to like pile on layer, harden over the year, and it becomes very dry, devoid of water. It becomes very hard and rubber-like. This hardened feces may take months to fully detoxify when using the warm water method. So this is all the origin of disease. And nowadays you can also add coffee to the water, not the roasted coffee, but unroasted coffee, live coffee. Using warm water might already be sufficient, as the example show. Cancer at 40, live to be 105, right? Before you start, you should have a colonoscopy first to see how bad it is, and then do it again after a few months. If you eat meat, the colon is very bad, extremely bad with meat. But if you eat meat and also use alcohol and tobacco for years without getting sick, you're actually lucky. So being born with good health, so having better detoxifying abilities than many people. This happened when conceived by parents in prime age, and the parent were not using alcohol or stimulants. The child has much more abundant vital substances, according to Dr. Shinya. So if you eat carelessly, drink a lot, eat a lot of meat, smoke, and still live a long life, it's because you're lucky. Some say, I smoke from age 10 to 90 and only then die. So I smoke and still live very long. It's very important to note that, like, our natural lifespan can be well over 100 years. So if eating right, eating reasonably, and having a positive mental attitude, we probably can live to be 120, 130 years. So if the lucky person with good health did not smoke, he would live to be 120 years. So In fact, smoking reduces 30 years of his life. So being born in favorable natural conditions with parents not being toxic and in excellent health leads to a healthy uh, reproductive zygote, which is then proliferating into a healthy body. So we see many incredibly healthy people and we don't understand why. It's because they're lucky. Well, unless the parents know the science of nutrition, then they're not lucky. They were born that way. Additionally, the zygote in the mother's womb procreate mass at billions of times over the pregnancy term, from micrograms to 3-4 kilograms. The average is 3 kilograms. So after birth, our mass increases only about 20 times, from 3 kilograms to like 60. The body mass increased tens of times after birth, but increased billions of times in the womb. So thus, clearly, we need to understand that mother's psychological health during pregnancy greatly affects your child's health later. The mother's diet is extremely important. So eating wrong leads to a weak child, frequently ill, crying colic for 3 months or even 4 to 10 months, just based on the mother's diet alone. A few months of being colicky, a baby would already drive parents to crazy point that they like, let alone 10 months, a year. In some cases, the babies cry for a whole year, first year of his life. So let's briefly discuss another method. So besides colon cleansing, for those suffering from constipation who eat little vegetable, prefer meat, and suffer from condition like hemorrhoid, this method should be used. In nutritional science, we are advised to eat and drink properly. Dr. Shinya advises us to eat and drink the right way. So eating properly to avoid constipation also requires proper hydration. The method of drinking good water can clean both the small intestine and the large intestine, cleansing the whole body too. Combining both methods is even better. We should drink good medical grade water and use good water for cooking. This good water can flush out toxins. Cleaning the colon with water and drinking good water removes many digestive residues and oxidative free radicals, especially in those who eat meat and consume pesticide residue from fruits and vegetables. These residues, when ingested and by going through the digestion process, introduce a lot of oxidative free radicals into the body, which can be flushed out with good water. So good water has three important characteristics. First, as mentioned, it counteracts oxidation, removing free radicals. Second, good water is alkaline because our blood pH is about 7.4, meaning our blood is slightly alkaline. The body has many free radicals which can make the blood acidic. Blood acidity, if persistent and prolonged, creates an environment for cancer growth and various other disorders. Diabetes emerges from this. Blood lipids, high blood pressure also comes from this. Thus, we need to neutralize acids to keep our blood slightly alkaline. During digestion, especially digestion of meat, dairy, eggs, fish, oils, butter, hydrolyzed fats in pastries, soft drinks, fast food, instant noodle, many harmful acids are produced. To neutralize the acid, drinking alkaline good water provides a healthy blood environment. When the blood environment is good, nutrients and oxygens are transported more efficiently. So to remember, the body has free flow, there's no pain, and pain occurs when there's blockage. The third feature of good water is its small molecular structure. Small molecular structure. Water molecules have hydrogen bonds. These bonds cause water to cluster, many molecules together, forming a large molecule structure. We need to break these hydrogen bonds to create water with a small molecular structure. And again, many water molecules clustering together form a molecular structure is due to hydrogen bonds. Such small molecule cluster can penetrate into places. So with it providing nutrients and oxygen and expelling toxin. To drink good water, it must be stored in glass bottles to maintain its properties, and only for about 3 days or like days. Plastic bottle. So don't buy plastic bottle alkaline water because the effectiveness is quickly lose. Even glass bottle will quickly lose effectiveness after a few days because we after a few days the water antioxidant properties decreases in glass bottles but remains somewhat high, and in plastic bottle it loses its property. So in summary, good water retain good properties in glass bottles for about 3 days. That's important to remember. Good water not only detoxifies the colon but also the small intestine, collecting and expelling toxin, and with effective colon detoxification, you will sweat less, thus having better skin. So we have method of excretion and also secretion. That is our natural abilities. And so people, this ties to people looking older than their age have poor skin quality, indicating poor intestinal health. Not just the colon, but also the small intestine. Poor intestinal quality implies poor waste excretion. So thus waste the waste would seep into the intestinal walls and to the bloodstream. It travels through the organs and may exit via urine or sweat. That's the secretion. Toxin secretion through sweat attacks the skin on its path, causing damage. So this results in poor skin condition. Also facial skin. Poor facial skin also wrinkles and diminishing brightness of the iris. Poor intestine affect outside appearance, hence people look older than their age, wrinkled skin and freckles. To avoid constipation and premature aging, dietary adjustment is necessary, and also to fight illnesses. Proper detoxification results in less sweating, reduces skin irritation symptoms. So after a period of a few months of cooking with good water, these results are clear. Clean intestine expel most toxins, improving skin complexion. Apparently, so if people have skin issues not from external factor like injury, burns by chemicals or by insects or bites, it's due to poor intestinal health. Conclusively, cleaning the colon only removes toxin from the colon, and understanding good water properties is vital to cleaning the bodies and the small intestines. So, so this is a start, and it's already seemed lengthy. So let's pause here and discuss constipation causes next time, which some causes was briefly mentioned, but there's still more to expand on. And all right, thank you.